Friends, you never know who you'll touch in life. You never know how or when you'll have an impact or how important your example can be to someone else. My faith helps me understand that circumstances don't dictate my happiness or my inner peace. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. You have to be who you are in this world, no matter what. At the end of the day, my friends, it's not about what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's about what you've done with those accomplishments. It's about who have you lifted up, who have you made better. It's about what you've given back to those people. I think personally a role model is a mentor, someone who you see on a daily basis and you learn from them. My faith taught me how to forgive. Faith taught me when people present themselves in a certain way, there's probably some backstory or issue or reason for the way that they are acting. It's not you, my friends. It's them. And a lot of times, it's about something that's completely out of their control. Put God first. I've been protected. I've been directed. I've been corrected. I've kept God in my life, and it's kept me humble. I didn't always stick with him, but he always stuck with me. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. And understand, to achieve these goals, you must apply discipline and consistency. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. It's not how much you have in life. It's about what you do with what you have. That's where the success is in helping others. Say thank you in advance for what's already yours. That's how I live my life. True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you, sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. My advice is this, and it's simple. Don't just aspire to make a living. Friends, aspire to make a difference. And may God bless each and every one of you, and take good care. Bye-bye now.
Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, author, and host of this show, To Take Your Life Back Today radio show. You can see a video version of this if you go to YouTube under Take Your Life Back Today show. Friends, opening your heart to compassion. We all have to have compassion in life. Compassion means having kindness, feeling other people's pain and suffering, and avoiding hurting or harming others for one's own ends. Compassion thrives in a person who rises above his or her selfishness and egoism, and who finds enough virtue in others to appreciate them and understand them. He radiates compassion like the sun radiates light. He is never separate from it and never unmindful of it. Even when he is inadvertent, his compassion shows through. A compassionate person has great sensitivity to problems and feelings of others. He does not take advantage of their weakness. He does not give them a reason to feel guilty or ashamed of themselves. He is well aware of the evil and the darkness that clouds their humanity and their helplessness in dealing with it. Thereby, with an exemplary understanding, he shows extreme kindness and forgiveness to everyone who lives upon earth, without exception, who can literally trace every problem that we have today to lack of compassion. Whether it's increasing crime, domestic or street violence, divorce, terrorism, wars, environmental destruction, greed, hatred, cruelty, economic and social disparity, drug trafficking, women trafficking, police brutality, road accidents, child abuse, rape, abortion, racism. These are many other of some of the problems that exist, and it's because there is no compassion among the people and authorities that have this. Compassion is what makes a human being, a father, a mother, that gives them humanity. what prevents them from being too selfish and animal-like to ignore the value of life and liberty. If you can see in everything with compassion the agony of the soul and treat everything with gentle and unassuming compassion, that is the greatest solace you can provide to others without even knowing it. Sometimes gentle and soothing words may hurt others, but the silent compassion of tender heart never will. Compassion is extolled in all religions. It is one of the striking qualities of an enlightening people. The Christ holding a lamb in his hands is a powerful symbol of compassion. Lord Vishnu rushing to rescue an elephant in distress was an act of extreme kindness. No one can ever be spiritual or realize the highest truth without being compassionate. None can ever achieve enlightenment without being compassionate. A person with a lot of wealth may manage to pass through the gates of heaven, but not a person without compassion. Whether you remember Gandhi or Abraham Lincoln, it is because they had compassion and they personified this noble quality in their thoughts and actions. A world without compassion would be a brutal place to live. None can ever live in peace in that particular world. Folks, the world becomes heaven or hell to extreme people and to extend people's practice compassion. If you have compassion but no wealth, you are blessed. If you have a lot of wealth but no compassion, you, my friends, are very poor. You are cursed. It is better to stay away from people who lack compassion, even if they are wealthy and powerful. If you want to marry, ask yourself, does the person I'm marrying have compassion? If you want to be friendly with someone, ask, does he or she have compassion? You can trust anyone who has compassion because his or her compassion will protect you even from yourself. You can vote for anyone who has compassion because you can be sure he or she will be interested in your welfare and progress more than in their own. If you have compassion, you will hold all life sacred. You will be in harmony with nature and the world. Your actions will not cause pain and destruction, but peace and happiness. You will protect the weak. You will protect the helpless. You will protect the environment. You will treat everyone and everything with gentle care. You will be so gentle that even the earth under your feet will not be hurt. If you have children, if you love them deeply and want to see them become good human beings when they grow up, help them to cultivate a compassionate heart by treating them compassionately. That is the most valuable inheritance you can give to your children. We all show compassion at one time or another, but our compassion is mostly conditional and limited. We feel compassion for those whom we love, whom we like or to whom we feel related. True compassion is free from those conditions and attachments. It extends and touches everyone universally, independent of the people and their nature and independent circumstances. Like the light of the sun or the rain from the heavens, it falls upon everyone and everything equally and gently, giving them hope to live, reason to believe in themselves, and feel safe in this world. If you have compassion in your heart, know that you are an ancient and advanced soul ready for liberation. If you have compassion, feel assured that you have already cleansed your heart. If you're not sure whether you have compassion or not, you can make an effort to cultivate compassion in one or more of the following ways, not necessarily in the same order. By restraining your speech and using kind words instead of hostile words. By restraining your hurtful and negative thoughts. By contemplating upon suffering. By understanding suffering, by understanding how every living being is subject to suffering upon earth, by knowing how much people and other life forms need our love and our attention, by withholding judgment, by rising above our selfishness and self-centeredness, by practicing friendliness, by cultivating a loving heart, my friends, by avoiding negative talk and calumny, by appreciating ourselves and not criticizing ourselves with negative self-talk, by learning to forgive, by seeking forgiveness. And I'm sorry, the sun is very bright out here. By giving charity, by opening our heart to the love of the universe, by being thoughtful and gentle to all living creatures, by seeing oneself in others, by knowing that an individual is caught in the phenomenal world and helplessly driven by desires and ignorance, by contemplation and meditation, by ridding the mind of the impurities and selfishness and egoism, cruelty, greed, pride, and passion, by practicing compassion towards those you love each and every day, by practicing compassion towards those you dislike or even hate, by practicing compassion towards those you do not even know walking down the street, by practicing compassion towards plants and animals around you, by practicing compassion towards those who harmed you, ill-treated you sometime in your life, by practicing compassion towards yourself. You do not have to express your compassion in words. You may speak kind and healing to others, but it should be done without any personal motive. Your compassion should radiate itself without you making any conscious effort. You may wonder how you may accomplish that. Friends, you radiate what you have. If a flower has fragrance, it radiates. If you have compassion in your heart, if you have filled with the thoughts of compassion, you will radiate compassion even when you are silent and detached. Your compassion should speak for itself and should rightly be a compassionate speech. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves and always be good to each other. Remember, show compassion by smiling to anyone, even people that you don't know, because you could change their day, their life, and it could change your life. For God so loved the world that he gave us his only son. I ask you today to show compassion to the first person and all people that you meet for the rest of your life. And may God bless each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take good care. Compassion, compassion, compassion. That is the way God wants to see you live your life. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye now.